Hey guys, what's going on? I got a great guest today. He's number 37 for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's trying to make the team. He's got a tremendous story that I'm dying to hear. He's Delonte Hood. And let's just get to him right now. Here's Delonte. Delonte, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. I appreciate you doing this. This is really cool. I appreciate this a lot because I'm the crazy guy on the bridge all the time that's watching you guys. And like I said before we record this, I was checking you out. I was like, number 37. I was like, ooh, that dude's got some speed. I said, I kind of like him. And I started checking you out on Twitter. I'm like, oh, I think Section 8 child. I like this. And like I said, the part of your Twitter bio that I thought was very interesting is homelessness to greatness. And this is the part of the story that I want to hear about because you're telling me off air that you were actually were legit homeless for a couple years.
Yeah, I was. In high school, I was homeless for about 3 years straight. Well, actually, since I was homeless for about 14 to 17, but since 14, I've been on my own. And by homeless, I mean actually been and living on the street, not in some shelter or stuff. Like I was really we got a big train system in our city and like Metro bus and things like that.
Right.
And I was like sleeping on that and things like that. Still waking up the next morning, going to school and stuff like that, grinding it out. And stuff led to it being like that. But I stuck to football, and the greatness part means through trial and error. Trial and error, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still able to have a shot to make the team and do more great things in the league. So,
yeah, that's some legit stuff. I mean, most kids your age, they go homeless and around the street. They sure as hell ain't going to school. They're doing other stuff. So I mean, I give you all the props in the world for that. That's that's dedication right there, man. That's knowing that you want to go down a certain path and you're trying to do everything you can to get there.
Yeah, I think it was mainly like me staying focused because since a kid, meaning 5, 6, I always wanted to make it to NFL, and at that time 14, 15, stuff like that. I knew I still wanted to make it, and I had to stay focused, even on being all the things that's going on around me. Back where I'm from, it's a lot of street things going on, so I had to stay focused and basically carry my legacy on like that. So I'm trying to create a different path.
Exactly. And like I said, I respect the hell out of you for getting yourself this far in life. I mean, that's great. Now, you went to, if I have it right here, you went to Glen Hills. Is that the high school you went to in DC?
No, I went to Dunbar. That was Dunbar.
Oh, Dunbar. Okay,
yeah.
Dunbar.
Glenville is a school that is the D2 school that I was at.
That's okay. Okay, I got you. Sorry.
Yeah, my freshman and sophomore year, and coming out of high school, they only offered me $250 on scholarship. So basically, like a walk on,
Right.
So I took that chance and made the most out of it. I was bottom of the depth chart there as well, and by the time I wanted to transfer, I was All-American prior to that year. So, I'm all about breaking my own limits and
yeah, and taking advantage of every opportunity you're given. Now, you went from there. Now, did you go to? I get a little discombobulated here. Did you go to Toledo or did you go to Peru State then? How did that all happen?
So not a lot of advice when I wanted to transfer, being that it was COVID,
right?
And, thing like Glenville, they said we weren't going to have a season. Mm-hmm. So I obviously wanted to play, so I wanted to transfer up. Before I left high school, one of my goals was to play D1, so I thought, why not? You know what I'm saying? So, Toledo was one of the options, and I went up there, but I think they liked me and everything like that, and I would have been playing. But one of the rules is, at the time, NCAA wise, you can't transfer up and still be able to play. As far as division, so you can't go from D2 to D1 and still be able to play. So
you got to sit out a year, I guess, is what.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of me doing that, I went back to Glenville, but I went back there, and turned out I couldn't play there either. So
goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So it was coaches at Glenville that put me on to coaches from Peru State, and that's how because they were good friends, and that's how I got there.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's
I was
good.
just able to still show what I can do at, NIA level. So
Right. So where
yeah.
where is Peru State? I've honestly never even heard of it, to be honest.
It's in Nebraska.
Oh, Jeezel.
Yeah.
That had to be different from coming from DC, go out to Nebraska. That's
Oh yeah,
cornfields
for
and
sure.
country and
It's almost like a culture shock, but I
right,
mean,
right,
Glenville had already gave me the appreciation for nature and stuff like that.
right,
Just being like, it's a lot of mountains out there. I mean,
right.
Nebraska is just a lot of land. You can see like 1,000 miles east, west, like it's just
Right.
flat land. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, I made the most out of that as well, and eventually, um, we finished with the #1 defense that year too.
Nice. Nice. We're going outside.
Yeah.
So you went there and you got company coming over?
Nah, this Tyson right here.
Oh, okay, okay. I got you. So, all right. So, at Peru State. So, you went there and you made the most of it there. So, how did you know? Did you? What were your draft prospects? Were you hoping or expecting to get drafted, or you knew you'd be an undrafted free agent, or how did that
Um,
work out?
Me and my agent, still currently, we knew that at the most I will be like signed on as an undrafted, but
Mhm.
all based off my pro day, we knew like I could possibly go late round maybe, but
Mhm.
it was for
Mhm.
sure going to be able to sign, or a team will bring me in for
Right.
a
And
chance like that.
speaking of your pro day, I got this off your Twitter, and it's like 429. I got to play this. I think that's pretty good. I could just dream to run this fast. I can't, but let's check. Now, the interesting thing, that was at Nebraska. So how did you?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, how did you get to? You're at Peru State and you're at Nebraska's pro day. How did that work out?
Well, that happened because so when my agent first met me, he knew that I went to Toledo and
Mhm.
also knew that I played in Nebraska.
Okay.
Um, it was some networking I had to do on my end, but turns out that since I played in Nebraska, the Nebraska school would allow me to run there if I had at least 2 scouts to
Oh, okay.
volunteer me there. So I had one scout that I was that already came to Peru for me.
Right.
Um, and my agent was connected with another one, so that was 2 scouts right there.
Oh, there you go.
So we went with Nebraska, and he gave me a place to train, and I would train there for over like 2 months and things like that. And I thought that I prepared myself well for the pro day.
Yeah, I mean it's worked out so far. You got a shot with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mhm.
Coming off the loss of the Super Bowl. What is that like? Have you ever been to Cincinnati before? I mean, is this a first one? Because Cincinnati's completely different than Nebraska. There ain't nothing flat around here, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's different because it's another city like type place, but I actually been in Cincinnati once because my agent is from out here. So I
Okay.
came out here to, meet him and stuff like that. So I kind of got a brief look at what I was getting into before I even knew I was going to be here. It's
Right.
kind of like coincidence, but
Right. So
I'm
it's like it
still,
was meant to be, man. I mean,
yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
definitely grateful for the opportunity, and like, I'm all about stacking my days and staying consistent until, my time is my time, but
exactly. And how cool is it to come to the Bengals? Like I said, coming off the Super Bowl loss and what we have building here. I mean, is that was it more important for you to the team to go to, or just to have the opportunity to make a team? How does that? Where does that?
and for me, it was to make 18 because I'm
Right.
already, at the time,
Hmm.
previous season was an NAIA.
Right.
Whatever team that took the shot was going to get, the best out of me. And,
Right.
the Bengals is that team. So, I met all the vet DBs in the locker room and starting to connect with them well as far as like playbook and just like, personality wise. And, I plan to go 100 miles per hour every day. So,
Absolutely. Now, one thing for since you're trying to make the team and you're a DB, and I know this team is looking for people on special teams, especially kick returns or punt returns or anything like that. Have you done any? I'm sure you've done special teams, but are you a kick returner, punt returner, gunner? What are you best at as far as that goes?
Kick returner and gunner.
Oh, there
So
you
I mean,
go.
I've already been meeting with special teams coaches inside the facility. Ones that I'll particularly see myself succeeding at, and I definitely feel like good things will play a part in special team for me.
Absolutely. I mean, special teams is a job, and there's lots of guys that make a career out of being special teamers. So I mean, it's no joke to be that. And like I said, we need a kick returner or a punt returner. So I mean, I know those jobs are open, brother. so, so so I'm rooting for you. But so since you've been in Cincinnati, this is what we always have to ask because we're all particular and kind of happy about our food, here, and we got a lot of different cool restaurants. But the one I have to ask you is, have you had Skyline Chili yet? Have you got to try that yet?
I haven't yet, but I've heard about it a lot.
I'm sure you have.
Definitely have to get over to that because just been so tied up with trying to get my all into football. I haven't quite seen a lot of the city yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still got stripes to
Oh, absolutely. You got work to do, man. You got more important stuff to do than check out.
But I know I will, eventually get to that.
Well, you have to hit me up and tell me if you like it or not, because it's either hit or miss. You either like it or you don't like it. And people give me crap all the time, like, that's not chili. I'm like, it's Cincinnati chili. It's different. It's not like a regular chili, man. It's an acquired taste, but we love it and we're proud of it here. So anyway, Delonte, I appreciate you coming on. I know you guys are about to go out and have some fun. And good luck to you. I will definitely see you up. I'll be up on the bridge and try not to bug you guys too much while I'm up there cheering you on. But like I said, I hope you make the team. And like I said, hey, we need a kick returner or punt returner. That's yours, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming on. Take it easy, man. And who day?
You too. Who day?